Biara Kwaba Shonko and Fambra Showdown Jumedie so our Friends of Ken TV, Kumasi Online TV, Saso and a Thick TV. Yet I must say Abreni Abrebia Moja Brena, Moshe and Senpai, Yabuabua no, any various discussions I bet na Fidium Hanum say, na yede assume was se Showdown Jumedie Midi, ene Nanaya se wana ekwe nimno, Yabuabua and Senbebre Nano Asabre yede ebesumo, Emre Konensono, Hana ATP. The newspaper review no ebe baba some yesaso ena NPP communication team member your friend Ukweku Debra any NDC communication team member your friend AJ Brefo woman nyina no ebe baba kame ho ewo fidium hanum say na de ekwaso ewo aban mu no ya have discussions on it ya ka kire mo say showdown jumedie de yade ya de be some Mondays, Wednesdays and then Fridays exactly 2 p.m. ya chakra na 4 p.m. na cha say ye yemu na programs ahodra aka ni nyina so no etumi akoso but unfortunately on Monday yentumi amfa showdown one member so me sane say yekopie mu ewo Asante Mampongwada sebre wo say bonso otosho mienu ne Dote ye no de ekosho wo hono nyina no ye de sommo ewo Kumasi Online TV nti na Wednesday de yatna si de na mu amani to ase nsam ne de ya bode bede ankasa ye de nyina som nyame yadoma Friday so exactly 2 p.m. ye so ababet na fidiem hanum se ne nsem ahodro na so asomo na ensem de abusua ebi ekoso ye papa meti studio ha metu jano na wonso wo tu wuja de afa comment section na say de amame na wo share video we ama onu ebi no so a share de ama obi foforo say showdown jumedie ene na ya say wankasa ene tie kunwamu wo wie so a wonya subscribe so na ma share ye papa say wo be subscribe to the channel de amame hana ATP wa hanum say medical yakọ ne nchen na mama na Kwaba Shonko neja de aka nyina no ye de asom ATP
na ya se
bibia bokodi
Yesu adom na nso e
oba de na daro ma menso me ho ye papa eja last Monday I think ye ni kwa de shase on Friday Saturday Sunday Monday ukopie mu ohobi na atmosphere net say
nana atin say the last time na make say fiti me nkra brema besi se menyina me penin fie su me hyede hu yie bi say da ewo eya Asante Mampong na wo hwe de wi Asante Mampong simi dani butu ye na ye ka say Asante your mind no eyampa from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, mami musa Asante. Eyo mayan kasa wo hwe ni pa board dompem ebe pie wase na wotie nsem pa no mokafa da sebre o sebo nso na otimu say Asante mani Asante Mampong ya shra de kase but all the same yenda obibia se so de support ebe support ye ma bibia no etimi ye din ya nte basa ye bia enso so e won but to me ni de benigye cause me sua amamre ne amane me sua ne ma bebre na edi free eye de koso na no woda sebre o sebo nso na yi na Dote yi no ase papa
eba na amamre ne amane de ye nyina ne ye sua because I miss say ade ba ko ATP na me metatete wo monten pa da me kopie mu we Dote ye na se meti ya me hu se say de ya na yetete won frama mu na ye ntro ne se ye ka se abrafo no ye chewa ye tumi de second chawti ni ade abrafo ne de o madwuma o mu ya ne se wo mu twetire so all this why I thought say bibi besi na ye list mistake abrafo de wo mu juti enze chen no o metwa de ato ho na so me ni abrafo ni bi twetwe nkomo no o mama te ase se ye ka se abrafo twetie enye nipati na wo mu twa na mmom no eye mu ati se ne akokọ aponche nantwie se ade ni mbom ena wo mo ye and when it comes to the good men can say good words and I say good information and na manfo ede magana for efada sebre wo say bonso ami tina hodi nam si nananoma aka dachi bi no ukọ ekura ensem papa bempa na omanfo wo mo beka ede afa ho and one of the things I mean who say citizens one na wo mu free Asante Mampong wo mani jiwie papa nde nye pass akeke papa da sebre wo se bonsu kwan yo fa so wo de ne nan si fom a wan hye se galamse enkoso ewa Asante Mampong. In fact, timemufo ni nyina ani age and wo mo boje ne so yesi ne futu pa words of encouragement the youth nso achese busua odi wo mu ewura military training fire service ani de ekeka ho a enya asem ketewa. In fact amafo ani age ye in as much as woko ekura ne sama wo mo ka ne se wo mo bompa yesi nipa fofra wo beba no one show everybody follow the steps and I say the good path that Sibre was able to lead you know one show mbraneja on bedi echi ene da Sibre tutu amana da nti wo ba ya na do na yesim na ne ma pa wo ye no wo so ba beto so na ATP
ana ya sewa
no ministers MPs abanya abasoko abanya ewo so sisia eni ahemfu ebepiem wo honom na crowd ne to say
nana from Saturday Sunday Monday yebeka ya tin say Kennedy wo in Japan Saturday na o hwe wi amanfo ebo pu ebe man fans na se de course wo honom e wona me de hu say da bi papa we MPP amanuko no mu hia no cause o hwe fans na say o say wo mu say enso to da day no enso offense nim na wo hwe emanfo na edi na chi na wo hwe samnane na edi bo Kennedy wo hine Japan mutimu say yes papa no 2028 MPP amanuko ni manakunya ebeye so easy ankasa de ma MPP amanuko ni ehun se eye Dr. Bawumia so be pie mu ho na fans ne wo ho ya bia no fa
Brian Champion so bai
mia me wo fa
wuntumi
chama wuntumi so bai ne nani ache all because say ya na sika papa ne bonam sika nka de kwati su bia ka beboa yes aso hu se yes aso hu se eye adwasafo wa so be pie mu ho no na me anti eye hawakumsin omo nyina mu be pie mu ntina na to me ne de omo ya de Monday ne so ye hu se mampani dada na dada kwakufuado na mama ka bibi se ye hwe na dada kwakufuado ene ye president o ti so eje edi amo fans ni kura nyame anim ni kura de nyame anim na adu show boy de no wo soro
adu show boy fans awaje yende anya
asem na adu show boy
to man kasa so balance wiye
na adu show boy ni na ni pre-mine no na wo soro na ne fans no but ade ba ko pa na Ghana fo kan ho asem ditiri ni Asante fo ka Asante Mampofo kan ho asem say ye mampani je di mo ye hwehwe ni mo wo hu se ye mampani dada na adwanko akufore show boy say 2 million or say that
2 million.
Sorry, 2 billion na pen was there because me kran be about 2 billion. Na so me ameti abem na ese metimi show bibi and what the 5 for can.
Na ye 2.5 billion.
But am for can wasem.
But somebody dey mo beka but mo carry am fa hye mutirim say acha next week starts for ba. Cause 2.5 billion na ntumi nya ne ka. Ye nyina ye betue bi.
And I will say ade bi course ma me hu say ampa say ye ba na Asante amamla ye fa ni agro ye kire ye mo ka kire ye se obi bia opese okonoko hwe ye papa na ni achi etwato no eni kwan se wo hye atare foforo bia ka atare kokko ho anase tuntum wonim se eye abranti ye fe no Frangnaro ebe pie mu ho no but wo ba na o hye fufuo ye pamo no ya ama na konya no ama na akwohwe ye nana na ni achi etwato enti we kire sa Asante amamra kasa ne kasa ye di so ne ye di so but Monday npese ye ko but Monday na bra ye kwa kosi ye nana no ye share mampong timemfo nyina se ye be
wura ho
ye be matiase
na chema wontumi ebra wo be pie mu ewo eyie na se no video no ewo honom a mehye se mode beto so amaye na wo be pie mu ho na ebusua amafo ma ne fans amafo kire se chema wontumi ni o be menna be ma kire se nyempenifo bi a wo modo no anka sabrenka yokofo wo ma chene de na tuma anka Asante Mampo eyie anka wa humfra makura no enya ade anka ebebo no video no wo ho no ma mehye se wo mo de beto so de amayen okay otumfo video so wo ho no mebra chese ye na otumfo ebe piemu ewa sante mampon na busia fans amafo de mano enipa na di nechi no ebusi enyasam ketwa na ATP wo hwese de nana esia pakemu na nana so ni tuo mu na de wo ginchia wo manchia amafo eboje ne so amafo ma ne fans ni ade na enyasam ketwa
na won say de bia Diana mekase asante wo ho ye your mind cause o hwed de wi ye nana asante hene na wo ba na wo simi ekuta no na yi a wo de sa wa pake na nyina mpokura na wo su because wa shora de kase ankasa wonua no ani nia wa shore no ntino na ye pa ye papa to me no next time bia na se mi wu ko ba bia ma asante de mesa ba asante memu because asante your my wa ho de bia na wo simi dada ne ho na eniyemo emayua ne mema no mo sakete ne de kekeka no mo kire se he oichu mu taya asante de wo ye de kete ne de be ma front on from no ye de be na wo hwe ni padoma
how did they serious o
ne na mi bu sasa de yen samanfo ni bia so de aba be ka ho ana because unya baby pokura na wo de wonan pokura de si
debi wo say it go to a time ebra na otumfo ewure mu no wo mo to main gate ni nyine chesa sister unya baby kra na odo na yesio
story buildings are na wo soro no mu nyina nyina ye ma because say ye na asante hina be piem asante krowura na kasa mu
wa be piem asante mampong
and on say we ban asante mamna dia ye fa wo say wo ye fulani ni ye fa wo say ye wa ye nyina
wo ya chimni o wo ya hwanyo frafreni o
ba ko
asante your mind wo mo de wo mo ji obia wo mo ji obia
ahifofo ni bebre na won so mo nyina do mani mo nyam betechi but ahine ba ko bite nana ma wo ho nana mi busasa na eba ne sei wunsuradia oti kokoso ye na no tumfu ankasa eba besie da sebre wo sei bonsu otosu mienu da o chemzai eni enka wo de wo chefa wo mu ne sen ene we no be hwebu wo TV so
wo be hwe wo TV so minimo hene kura wo kado ma hene be bibiara wo bia ne chia
ye chia
wan kasa wo hye edom ma ebe bia mu e wo hono ma
ye ho na pa
oni se in fact ye no tumfo wo kwaso na kwaso
na me ka sembi he Monday na de bi si wo mampon also mo share say bo 8 o'clock obia ankoda but abrante bi ya so
na so den ya me hu sa video no but at the end of the day no obecheche ni nsemu say wo mo che no you sometimes when youth nankasa no aya na minim say adekoko ne ye pese ye hu o say so no aswodin o say ye den yo because wo mo share mra say that Monday no acha 8 o'clock I was say wo bi akoda na ye de da sebre wo say bonsu otosu mienu ye de ne ko ban mu na nso nkrofo wo ma so den a wo munti asem no ebra ye ka sa asem no sa brante minim sene ne wo kwajanhye ne so akoto indomi o senso wo kwajanhye ne so na wakoto nkrado kuno senso de wo kope kohua ne brodo na wa bedi o seden yo na so no 8 o'clock na amfemu bi ene busua what fire ena abrafo show ni mu ene kasemi ko America wo wie ye ne grabe no ene ye si ye discipline ankasa onu awie no onu abekire mu so we de wo be pacho we san se 8 o'clock onu no nim ena wo mfiri asante mampongho se nso de bi chu na ATP wo ka de ahwehwa age onu
ana wo de wo ka de ahwehwa age no ho because eti wo na mabontin so wo hu nipa no e na yesa wo ye cause wo hu so obi na mabontin enti de na as wo timem ni a wakwa kopie wo no na yesa wo ye mkoda hyehyew ohini na ewu nya hine ketwa o obrempon pa na ya se wa da form no but ye mo yensema
oh aside abrantie we your years or day in fact from Friday to Monday
me sansu nyane ntie se na okopie mo ye mampon station me bia mo ka se cars ni nyina nkopa kino esi ye tin se ja hihye bi ko so ma amanfo praye wo ho no but all the same no mo nyina ho ye dey
and yeah, papa be sure na ni che akokure meti ye na esi owo 70 something no
owo 60 ye dey 63 or 64 years
63 mom
yeah obetena ye nchen 64 obetena ye nchen na wote me nchen na menim se wo sole akosa de wo kan ya ni se eskomode no na wo pensuo anom enam se daddy sare nsuo ni so bi mefa no se ye kese ni nsuo ni de mu ya ni se papa ya tie si dwuma se wo sa
Messi papa di asa obi ba ho kra no obese bi
watch the fans
wo mo bi enkrofo a wo mo bese bi o wo jisi ne na so akasa in fact last weekend there na
ya so me no ye emaba boy kra ye ntimi sa
na onim se wo mo tu sika no etufo ma wo hu enye ade de ka ne sei wo bu fa so wa ye style bi no we page sika ne de free
enye easy hwe
enu ni o ATP hwe na ebe wo bebu afaso o ebuso bebu afaso sika da fom wo bebu afaso na nde watam sika no ho wo bi echeso wo beba ho bia wo se dabi monko sa time ya me time
wo shine anga say wa trend and na wo kan brafo asem say ya brafo na wo su no I think say
I think eno so kura menyamu nchechiremu by in fact papa we di asa wa ya de ni pa be ya na wo ye wo afaso no wa sai wo afo just obu faso na ndi sika no wa tawo fom na ndi asa no wa so edi enchinamu ankasa ba asante amamre efe
asante amamre di na
amamre na efe ye papa na social media echegu sa obeti obi osi ye minya yanka me ya santini wo kan ya mesi wakoma tu yem na santima mu de wo mu ji obia wonni bie sikafo ehiafo wo mu de wo mu ji obia wo mu de wo mu nsem nti sa wo ya igbeni kura na apeso obeka asantefo ho a wo ba ye obebi efe na anraja nhye no betumi akotena anradwom ni ade wo mu kwa de wo mu marketing na wo ye fantini a wo ba betumi akofantini town no akotena ho wo mu ensem ti mu amoni ade ampase mo be ye asantefo nyina no wo mu de wo mu ji obia awa etu na ATP abafo na no wo mu su no from what I heard yes say na oyobia obenda sebre
okay
ona no ye da sebre eduane
wow
yes da sebre fa no na osakra na da sebre atena babesine nti nani suo ni nyina na wom say yes obrempon eda ne benkum so a yensu but ono de me hu ne say na o ontumi enhye ne ho so otinisuo but na I was wondering say ebia na wo mu si ohene fofra abrafo mu ye adwuma edema no ni nyina na ye bepam wo mu ana but me ni abrafo ni bi twetwe nko wo ma meti ase se dabi we nti se MPP ni NDC na MPP kaso wo ba be mu wo ba bepam enkrofo a NDC employee wo mu nyina dabi o se wo mu so na akwaye te se security personnel wo mu ena wo mu bo ohene no ho bai nti there is no way se ne wo mu yi ohene foforo e wa asante mampon a ye bepam abrafo a wo mu ho no nyina nti that narrative I no so na ma be fontentan fidie no so no se abrafo a wo mu ho no mi no hina ye besi no wo be pam wo mu nyina no mesre se me kan no kura bia ni me san se we die me no wo mu a na twetwe nkomo e na wo mu editu menim ebuso ye na kore wie ye ya bo adwuma Friday kosi Monday de ye be ya na ya ye no ye wie ye ne de ye frɛ yi ase ba ya se MPP ni NDC boni a wo mu so ma di egu ye chi a jese dwuma busua wo mu di ama ye se ye metena fidiem hanka na ya asam ketoa NPP ni NDC woma bo adwuma na ye na ya se woma tene kundwe mu de ebusua ne ye betuja se what ewo news mu anasa be fontentan fidie so yes Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association wom so wom ko strike required wom ko dada now strike ya wom kwai ebia na wunye hu ne nti a wom ko strike nti jiwe kunya na relax na pe ensa bi a chile na me na ya se wom ntomebo na membo wunchiremu Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association nenti a wom ko strike no and say ebra MPP aban no ewo so 2024 May mu honom na aka few months na yede ekokromati akwakoto aba no wom ni Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo afenyo Markins ye former vice president Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia eni mpenifo bi ekeka ho ekohyiaye na wom ko hyiaye no wom de nsam bi tu wom anim sem yen nursefo yen midwiferys enfaso bebre wo hono ma wosi yenya asanfaso ni nyina no yenya enti ye besere yie papa se aban no ebehwe na waye bibia fa ho wom de wom nsem nyina to Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo anim in May no kwata 3rd of June ena chese ne ekopie mu wo parliament ena ndie wom de nkrata ene pen wom de si su na ndie pine wom stamp ye na May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December busua na ka less than 7 months near the ekokromoti akwakoto aba because the NPP na wom pese amafudu wom kokromoti tu aba ma wom di nkunim nti no ensema nurse fo edi koto wom anim no wom gitu mu enti abai foforo yi ba ye and the first budget wode ba ye en wom so tena tie de wom se na de ye ni aban dada akwa kasade afa ho aban dada di atum ni ade and the budget e beba to force in be ready budget na say yante ho hwe yante say man fa asem kra na man fa paper kra sha no man no kra sa no man no kra fambre ye say bia mo ne ma mo de beto aban na nim no e bia ye tue akwa na say ye tue asan na say mo ma ye bre kakra na sa bre no so a ye be put it in place yante ho hwe de and na strike no ye benya akwa nesa na strike ye busua wo mu koi ebia na wunnim ensema na se wunnim ade kropotia wo se wo moje edi efri aban no hom de edi kan anesefo ne se wo mabo adwuma wo ma ye adwuma ye papa enti no niema wo moje de edi kan eye book and research allowance Pacho mesha se wo de beto so e de ma me book and research allowance na sa allowance si wo mo expect say san say wo mo ye adokitafo na wo mo ye nurse fo yi wo mo ye adokitafo no nurse fo no wo mo sa ye midwives e wo so wo mo tumi enya allowance kakra wo mo nkoye ene wo mo maye no ebetumi aboa wo mo de to so mienu eye uniform allowance na sa uniform allowance wo say womu tumi nye adwuma na afene be so no womu asa so yi womu botom sika na womu de akwakoto uniform eno de enya de betumi abo nti anya hwe no aban ne ma womu uniform allowance and there safi bia ne send there say 5% and say 3% of their salary ni ye de ama womu na womu ede ato new uniform womu be hye ede akọ adwuma de etoso miensa eye fuel allowance na me fuel allowance ne de nyamse ye nka no kra me no womu ya adwen esan say se me ye nurse ni ana se me ye midwife na se aban na esuma me se me nko wale me nko balegatanga menko tinidu menko hanum se na se me kona aban no ama misika bia na me yankasa na me se tu mi bottom sika e de aye ke sika de akode a it doesn't really make sense. It when it comes to the fuel allowance ne dia me no wo mo ya adwen ye won krofo a wo hono ma ye to be for say e bia emergency bia wo Ashanti region yes emergency bia si won Kramante mu e wo se oba na obehwe and they do not get any allowance for that. Wo mo an wo mu du wo mu sika free hanum say when they speak about fuel allowance in there many wo mo ebeye adwen and a 13th month allowance. I want more question mark wo ho. Say wo maye adwuma from January ekosi December no. Anka December ne so a yentua wo mo ka mienu. Nti eno na ye 13th month no. Yenim say ye 12 months. Ye adwuma from January ekosi December. Nti no afibia no sa December no wo mo beje salary mienu. Nti se obi age 4,000 a December bia no nipa ne beji 8,000 aside the allowances ahodro wo mo besanso enya and a 9th out of station allowance and there's a mabana mapun adwuma na mekofie na wo frɛ me say emergency bi esi membra na me ba e wo se wo ma me ho allowance no so de me no wo mo eya adwen vehicle maintenance allowance nipa no eno ye mpanimfo no se ne car asai wo ye ejuma na bibi esi ontumi fa kambe ejuma at least I was say mutumi ema wo mu bibi kakra na wo mo so etumi edituo in fact abusua niema na wo mu edi tutudwa no enye asem ketwa nti no eno na da kasafoni nani a machirekire ni nyina mu ama mu nyina no metumi ehu bisa so ena wo mu de rural insensitive allowance ebaye se wona wo mu ye adwuma ewo nkurase no wo bi wo hono ma ye de na kwa akoto be ye wale obi a wo free nkramante ma na se bi ofree Cape me ko hospital a me nya ya just say yeah no so metua ka that thing alone no I think it's a question mark but when it comes to the medical allowance one subsidies for healthcare costs for personnel and their families in think am ye nurse ni am mimi tue sika no anya hwe no me yare a me ko hospital no wo se mebusuafo so wo mu take in charge and say wo se mebusuafo so ho mfa wo no wo so ko hospital a wo se wo mu so no yetumi epe kakra ana se bia wo mu bills a wo mu betua akra na wo se yetumi chem ba eno no ohun they can say there are some private hospitals bi wo hono ma wo mu ye bi private hospitals ni bi wo hono ma wo mo ye me nua ba nurse ni a meka ne se hospital bi wo hono ma oye juma anytime ebusuani bi yare obeba sa hospital hono wo mo try wo mo possible best wo mo ma ebusuani no wontua sike bia they take sometimes ebu ho kra na na the only thing you would pay is let me say drugs are what de be ma wo no aside the drugs ne de everything you are not paying a penny for it meka ne say sane ma ya nurse foi wo mo de atudwa no ade a you okay anka aban no enhwe na onye emfama wo mo but their problem is aban we ba ye meka ne say almost 6 months mu anie and MPP aban so no mo no wo e sa contract no and sa contract amoni MPP aban ko ye aban fufuro na aba aban fufuro ekura ba ye no we put a lot of things on hold said ye John Dramani Mahama share anes for bo and nyame adom oba wo mo allowance wo mo beji obebie hospital seni ade ye ntumi mfa 6 months pe emeye sa ne ma nyina mo bedi ho dance say aban yi kura no sesi an wo se enya ade a wo fo bia sika sei na akada honom obaye wo try the best fuel so or teso ye day to day activities ni ade ina no ye mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wo bone homadin ye papa se bibia betumi akoyie ede amaye eno ntide nsema agesa nurse foi wo mo edi tudwa no eye nsema agese eye wo made ehunhia wo mo a wɔn mo expect sɛ honorable Minta Akandwa wɔnom ɛna ɛyɛ minister of health wɔde ne nan bɛsi fam na nkeja wɔahyɛ na wɔyɛ bibi di afa ho basa be ya me no ka sɛ honorable Minta Akandwa so aba abɔnten ɔno so aba bɛkasa na ɔno so ne nsɛm na wɔde ɛtu dwa no ɔse ɛnyɛ sa nursefoɔ no nsɛm a wɔn de tu dwa no ɔnti yo nsɛm a wɔn ka nyinaa no try ne best sɛ mpanimfoɔ ɛne ɛyɛ Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association bɛhyia ɔse first one ne kora deɛ wɔn kasa yɛ second one wɔn frɛ meeting no wɔn amba Ghana Labour Commission so ɛfrɛ wɔn ɛno so wɔn tena ase no ɛno so no abusua ankwankosi aga wɔse deɛ ɛkɔ so nya deɛ bia n'ani ɛgye ho na deɛ abɛyɛ controversial comment ne nam abɛfo ntentan fidie no so ye ebra wadi tum sem obesere se sisi ano enipa apomudi ewo hia enti ne se yanhwe na yama obi hu antono ne ye kase necessary for strike enti no ye dane ye chi ana se wo mu yi wo mani di ama necessary a enipa bebre na na behwere wo mu nkwa na anu ada na ayimo kire men fo so e the press statement ababonten se na nsenya ngrofu ko strike enipa ewu de body suggest e ba mo honom na busua enya asem ke 20 ndia wo mu sere minister of health se won fa ne nansi fom na onye bibi mfamfa se minister of health so no wakua ya gene nsem nti wo sere se ye maame no ma wo ma ye adwuma ya sisi a wo mo kɔ pension wo betumi a ho na waba hospital si na waba beboa videos no wo ho no ma mehye se obeka me ho ne yakɔ na yakɔ akotie ensem a honorable Minta Akandwa wode tu dwa no emra sisi a
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The Ministry of Health brings to the attention of the general public the ongoing strike action undertaken by the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, born out of the ongoing discussions on the new conditions of service signed in May 2024 and originally scheduled for implementation in July 2024. Upon assuming office, we have, on behalf of government, engaged several times with the GNRMA to explore the best possible avenue to approve and implement the new conditions of service. While expressing our deep regret over the current impasse leading to the strike and the suffering patients enduring, the ministry states emphatically that government appreciates the invaluable contributions of Ghanaian nurses and midwives to the development of the health sector. Government remains committed to the needed engagement that will lead to the approval and implementation of the new conditions of service for nurses and midwives. Accordingly, government has directed the Minister of Finance and the Fair Wages and Salary Commission to, as a matter of urgency, lead the development of a roadmap to ensure a smooth implementation of the process. We engage the leadership of all Nurses and Midwives Association within the health sector on 30th May 2025 to address their challenges and discuss the subsequent roadmap leading to the implementation of the new conditions of service. Fortunately, the other associations supported my intervention, with the exception of the GRNMA, which declined and proceeded to declare the strike on the 2nd of June 2025, despite the NLC caution. The National Labour Commission on Thursday, 5th June 2025, summoned all stakeholders to an emergency meeting to address the matter. However, the GRNMA failed to attend the meeting. Consequently, the NLC was compelled to take legal steps to declare the strike illegal and called on the GRNMA to immediately call it off in line with law. Yesterday, Monday, 9th June 2025, we invited the Fair Wages and Salary Commission to engage the GRMA, the Minister of Finance, and the Minister of Health to deliberate on roadmap for the successful implementation of the new conditions of service. At the meeting, the Fair Wages and Salary Commission once again, in accordance with law, directed the GRNMA to call off the strike to allow negotiations to continue. Government wishes to stress its readiness to further engage with a view to implementing the conditions of service in a manner that does not dislocate the national budget. We wish to draw attention to the fact that the conditions of service under reference are not captured in the 2025 budget and will completely throw the economy off gear if implemented immediately in the manner it currently exists. We are mindful of the serious economic consequences of unbudgeted expenditure and want to avoid the economic slippages that led to the hardship in the recent past. Government commits to continue to engage with the nurses in order to achieve a mutually acceptable outcome in the interest of the public. While working around the clock to resolve the impasse, the Ministry of Health has taken the following steps to mitigate the suffering of Ghanaian patients unduly affected by the strike. The ministry will in the next few minutes publish a comprehensive list of facilities to complement facilities where nursing services are lacking and where patients can seek health care. Given the urgency of the situation and suffering of the patients, government appeals to public-spirited retired nurses and midwives to volunteer their services for a brief period pending the resolution of the impasse. We further express our deep appreciation to practicing nurses who have opted to remain at post to help suffering patients and urge others to show similar fellow feeling and assist.
Enfema channel 1 TV eja womo ena womu chaye ena yenso yenye bi efa ya sabre yede asomo ewo showdown jumedie so nti se wotie honorable minta akando ensema na wode etudwa na wo sreye papa se wom se wom amfa nka budget no wom amfa nka budget se wom ho prepare wom so wom de ba be kanwa se de aban ya chese eba ye koye MPP aban wom ma wo man ni mu eye dempa no sa so ena ebeko wom no so no ma banagya they are resetting Ghana and then they do not want say wo man ni mu ebe ye denti we de wom sreye papa se Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association womo sanso enko na womo enko ye adwuma esanse womo moto anase de da womo akoma so ye papa ne se womo be save lives nti mo amoso mo pese mo save lives na enne mo se mo ko strike amanfo ehwere womo nkwa mo hwa eya anase enye ba ye maame nom ne ye nananom ya womo se womo sanso emre adwuma mu no hono na ase de twetwe aso but I understand the minister because a lot of people are losing their lives. I think 3 days today and me who post be a lady be our TikTok now what tini show ye papa say nena now I think so serious or asthma said or 37 and unfortunately any young kumbum or 37 and I was training because there were no nurses, there were nobody there to help them. Tia basre a nurse for the more Canadian womb the yanka say ni me womu papa but munjinti me mufo so home kakra ebusu ayen free honorable minta kando ho nsensem ni yankwa MPP amanyoko ni nsem MPP party na ewo ho no me ameti he metumi aka ne plane say wo munye ready so omesan so aba mu obi be kasa na ya se wo kasa for some time now ever since I won lose the 2024 election I have stated certain things that wo mo ya wo the battle ewo hosisia no Kennedy Ohene Japan and Dr. Bawumia ye won crofo wo support Dr. Bawumia na ye won crofo support Kennedy Ohene Japan ye ti kroma ayenka ebi nhemu na Dr. Bawumia eso wo ye thank you to wa ye wodi mpenifo bebre na guso na Kennedy Ohene Japan eka ho bi wo mo ko constituency bia na wo mo kasa Dr. Bawumia portray no na se wo ye no ho se de eka na sese de MPP aban ne ma Ghana eye den no na wono no won ka ho bi wa yes ade ne several times wo mu we thank you to wo man Ghana ekopie mu obi memu wo mu kopie mu obi memu everything Dr. Bawumia was doing show clearly say eye campaign na wo ye last weekend eja ye kopie mu asante Mamponghen ye ka kire me se Kennedy Ohene Japan wono so baby na Kennedy Ohene Japan ba ho nom nom ena delegates a wo mo asante Mamponghen so oh papa so ba be pie mu asante Mamponghen de ye nye hwe han enkase wo ba de akone sa keke ene ye besire ye papa se ye tenase na waba na eja wone ye aba betwehwe nkomone ade nti Kennedy ekopie mu wo honom no a wone wo mo kasa no so wo beji atum se MPP aban ba ye no wadu wo mo hwiamo ene ma na nka wo se anase boa na wo se nka MPP boa grassroots no wamboa wo mo but ni nyina no ka ho binti na wono de ono Kennedy Ohene Japan no ye man of the moment a why ready se nyame ya adom na so wo mo to abama no no be flag bearer de ma MPP amanyokuo no na 2028 Ghana for so de wom kokromoti eto aba e de ma ono no be mampani a on da ne nechi emfa ma wo mo da esan so be kai wo mo na wo mo de ono Kennedy ebe ye mampani ana so ono na wo mo de na ye mampani nti no moa bia wo mo hie bia no he's definitely going to be at their service neno na Kennedy kasa no oba be kasa ye show be to say Bawumia waba ba ko wamfa na nado na kwekufu ado yes wo ba mprensa na afa na yes ama na kwanya no ba biom na fa ye former president Kufuor so the same thing but sisi ano MPP fo ni nim se wono Kennedy de ye de ne ba one time pe obe peke ade na peke na so yima ye nsoso nka se na MPP de ye mfa wo bia ba kuma ni di nkunim da je se ye de nipa na ba miensa nti ne won tu aba ne fema wono Kennedy emre so a na oba no oba mampani oba kai wo nyina ebusha MPP fo mu ni yakun wo mo se adenti na JFK ede leta ba bontin se mo bia nka bibia emfa campaign ho mo bia mbegina be nye campaign na Kennedy Ohene Japan de wo ye campaign chesa manfo ajala na am se na de na Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ban ye mesra mu na ye den wo ma news ana anase de na wo ya no wo choro nsem de aba graphic mu ana the hypocrisy in MPP is destroying the party. And today I see someone called Koka to honum say Kennedy na destroy MPP. Kennedy and them who say will destroy MPP. Meanwhile, everything that Kennedy Ohene Japan ye biano, Kennedy did it in the name of MPP. 10 cents before sana ye ko yi Bawumia so me flag bearer and fema MPP sana 10 cents na mo de babonti nyina mumbisa mo ho say who was he fighting for? The same NPP government. You people never had a problem with Kennedy because say Kennedy Ohene Japan echi ni ti so ono so be so be contest. That is when you people so say this man is not a presidential material. And today just say amafo so omonti ase to the state say say yes MPP national chairman Stephen Ayensu yes ne ho emfa na enyame ya adom achina yes program bi ba be koso a JFK ne nkrofo allegedly yes yempene da say Stephen Ayensu ho mfa na obi fufuro be ba betina mu de ama Stephen Ayensu ntino say nde webubugu honom kra na wo mo de wheelbarrow ebe sese no egum no mo de aba ne busuafo Stephen Ayensu busuafo so de letter tezenti aba bonten say nya de a wo mo beti ase da na nienti ebusua wo mo ko na ekoba ni ade nyina no say chairman Bute wono no ye first vice chairman na chema butensu obi ya wakasa de ma Kennedy anas wo ya da Kennedy anas se de amanfo foforo Stephen Ayensu no se de o support Bawumia no sa na chema butenu so support Kennedy Ohene Japan it's mimenti asiemu no they are doing all this thing se de be ya chema butewo ma cause chema bute basisi ana amanfo adwembone a chesa hye wo mutirimu ma no enya de obema na baso enya dia wo beji atumu na abasho nti amafu dede ye na ade na Kennedy ye campaign yes mo bia anye bia misre bi so Kennedy na ka kire asante Mamponghen youth na se delegate wo ho se wo mo nkoye ne bana kese no wo mo mfambra na obi ye ma Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia dia eye normal ba wo bi eye bi edema Kennedy Ohene Japan na problem ebia na wonya ntie nsema Kennedy editu dwa mesha so beka me ho ne yakọ na yakọ akotie sansem no abasisia
Kukrudu. Kukrudu. Yo. I'm say menia hi kakranti. Obama Bama ahaye di kakramam. Nebi kind. Nadamasi say eneyeba MAMPONGHENE'S na Mampo constituency delegate Matron Safrem. Yeah. Na Matron Safremi. Meda organizer and swasi and in pain for wabo domuyan. Yamisham Yamumon Semamu. Niameti mi akane say party ni opposition ni ahia pa ne nkabom o say nkabom etimi ba anye sa say wantwi ewemu a edom no entimi mua no e ma ye nko akono ke mesramo a say ye be ma unity nkabom ehia yie sure anye sa Yabasai Edin Kugrobium. Ki enuanu ni adofo. Se empemfoase se wunua ewo yom kromu a yenyadan. Udi mpamuda. Na mi amigina hai. Nyenti a enemi ba yie no Saturday eni se me ya bretuo ba a me free mampon happy. Na eja echinchi eni akono eni ade ekodi asen menama so nam sa ko hia mampon besi ase dihie me bo mi history chia na no so eni afa eti menena for 30 years. Edi mesramu ahadi me ba ma ba mediem no kurani medika ko MP ho we free abesa ko ho enam bisa the permission say yes e dom bi ahia o Pentecost o mu pese o mu hume ti mesra ne kwan e o sabedi ani die ma no me ba no me friend na hima no so but modern bisi muntamti o se memra 2 o'clock ndia ne me ntwa MPFA ena me koe ti me koe na me nim se me hia mode ka me yese me fria yie na se ananka me ba ha ba me ne organizer kasa no se da bi matna se ache de bi mu kura do so che o mu kope bibi adi na me se okay sadia me bo hwi ni maba ti mi ami Islam one say this time around mo be madum na ebi ni mo ka say mami mamu abakosem kakra bi onim obi a odi MPP edi anim abra na Rollins ewo ha obi entimi nkasa eye Professor Dubuahin ono your friend culture of silence ono no otimi breaki that time obi antimi nkasa obi esro Rollins Dubuahin ene nya akukuduro estani up to Rollins till 1992 that Dubuahin koi ono kura no okokuma ye no okoya ni modern mo answer ni no ya mfra nkobiem obi am peso aka no kura kire wa oduru wa ozio President Kufuor komienu Akufo adu komiansa Dubuahin wokosai mesramu ene biaba ya ni afi mama ma yentoto ensam a enya no kura egu yafem efe mesramu abokosem nientia President Kufuor ya didn't call second term ni say the first time or the only 4 months between 3 to 4 months and what the year campaign na vote a President Kufuor nyaaya within that 4 months no and yes and no ebesa de nako enu nti ene de President Kufuor esa call second term okọ wini ye. There is a reason 4 months our year campaign ni performance enu nti ne esa de President Kufuor ekọ ebiem oh ena Kufuor do comprensa Kufuor do call first one onya 49.3%. When Timmy and cross 50 nunti, and a circle second round, and also a pie, a time, and a decide here, Emma, Professor Mills, and ya 23,000 votes, and even a president. Into a beer person or cultural say, Yansa, my assumes in Kobiamwa, on starting Kabakosam. Will be NTA. Kufuor esa court 2012 no. What we need and when we are a court, Mamuti decision and was as audio. Meaning some we need, but some see Yamina may respect the court no in the young court. You hear Kufuor performance the first time, second time, and then you didn't call the third time. It is also a big performance. Now to me Lusu. Over 2 million. Na ya sabe ka tira se mo fa nipa nenko. Na mayedi but emre ni du wa nokura de yabeka mo mate. Nokura no de yabeka mo mate. Se mo power Ghana for say, Mudi AGYAPONG ba, yabetu amamo. Musa kwa kemfia 9 young or tribute. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Moma yentie nia e form foka. Mom yentie nia Ghana foka. Asori dey am womu kasai. E kauchi. Asori dey am womu. Wom kura wom abatuo no e kire so wom kasai e bi so wom kae no wantie an so say wantie a mo baji mu jejereje eni aji jejereje oh campaign no e be ye de papa
Enko Enfama Solid TV enti ensema Kennedy ohine Japan ko kan ya amafo twe na basane sire ne busu anu ani o na misire bisasa asema kan ye nokre asema kan ye ne ntro pa ewo he Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia abeya yekotu wonya asenya ye de na Kufuor ba 2 times and another ba 3 times in the yensan so mfa nembra send ye wo ya de bia wonya 50.1 bi and e bia the next person ye bia 51.20 ye unu so oh anya hwe no wo share party nanimunya ba we party ni nya asen na amafo kura twetwe no na baby na sisifia ne wo sisifia ne bi na de abrante kura wo bo sisifia ye friend say baby am be fa bia na mo de ndwom ye de mi wa na Ghana for su di yaw na mo sole am de kempaluta ndwom ele edi asa no pe wiane anajo na Ghana for ye wa na wo mu di no monte Ghana for case na monte Ghana for case so time ne pa me see se wukura 100 Ghana cedis na kokroma ebusua tomatoes ye yi 4 pa ne ye de amawo obi amode ne ba ye as economic measure what the economic exam ne kura to nchen afi de okofa digitalization che en wodi see ni tire so en en ye gate en en de obefa ha na akotofo wela ukoto light abetumi atowo phone so ha na ATPT he ne tete Ghana cedis akem anensanka na Kennedy be kan ya musimamu na ni mu na ne dai mo de so aka kire mo wo see yes we nya campaign o we ye hontete ho wo sa shase ni ebi etu so obi an ye campaign na ebusu Ghana for ebeji yensem he is ready to serve the country se ne ye bo obi president abasho Ibrahim Traore ye bo na baso se wo ye ade na ye ndie ye nya bi na se ye be reject a obi be sie mu ankasa modan mujejereje ATP ewa hanum si ode nkrata ne mpensen mu no ebe so me ATP fire kwen
okay na ya se wa medasiye papa na ne so the nkrata no e de buy yenkomo intente because of your time no enti mame for the Ghanaian point for my telephone ya shofa dani den na mojebre na omutie Kumasi online TV and our friends so Tik TV na Friends of Ken TV na be PM e wo ye the Ghanaian pointer amano buy se nkrata no e de my ni se okwa krata fa etosom yensa na ese mampani JDM na phone e da ase wagire t-shirt kama ya churo mu eye John Mahama a wapeja ne nsa okuta mic na woka se eye KGL NLA no sa loto luxury no wose wono woni omu ni twaka bia yese ni nsa bia nim to beselada se mo amonna ma yese mo sapojaide wono no sorry mo yes ade na yes munyina no yes mujai sa ade no because enya ade ono ne nsa ewom sanso na ba asiase na sesa meja ifi wono ene da gold board no ne foni eda hase kama no ka se se gold board na bebo ma esi economy na etimagina brane etima kona nimpa yenti no ba behwe amade ekoso enye bia no watima cleaning nyina efro mama gold board no etima ba begina brane ankasa esoso wo ho ne den so ena BC no se ye mofra no omo sha se omo tro eye BC na o my Ghana mo se na across the country no and Christ no mo tro eye BC no 600,000 candidates ne se wo mo etro BC e wo my Ghana mo ase sanso na ba class afa etoso eye mienu e wo eye the Ghanaian point na mo so a na se eye parliament house of 4 ne se wo ma Simon eye Gutafo and our face so a spare part dealers for and our face so a AGL say dollar they see at it a timatia ba former come show or mogusua yiri niema bomu den paint on best so momere no mombe yi omo ho ano den tia ese niema ekoso o man Ghana mo se na sa dey ton no kroma say no still na ne bo aye den e wo man Ghana mo se ti de Ghanaian point and den so ebo ho amane enso eno no me de ko Daily Post so a na the Daily Post ne say Sam George ni phone eda soro ase kama na worker say data ne sia no nyagopon bo the 1st July be increase from 10% to 15% intino ye nyina ye nhye no so sanso na okọ Ghana Lebanon Islamic Secondary School authorities e wo honom no mo ka say niema bi ekoso school no mani enyan ento mo sre IGP na afeso so ne national security so mo form ani be kire mo school was niema bi koso wo honom a enyan papa ya enyef ediagro na wo Daily Post na mo so na ye man pani JDM ni phone eda se na sanso na ye nana jen ni phone eda ha eye krata ya man ba wode eboye ne ese won ye mami jen won ne first female chairperson a ye no ye police council I say ne ye bona baso say ABC da we ya bakose fofura ese abeto my Ghana esi an ye bo o man pani JDM abaso say wetima ya de papa say wetima ye mami jen so my vice president we yes no was swearing in as a first female chairperson wo police amwintino omubia ebo mampani JDM abaso papa na wo ba asia sense na health minister ni phone eda say nurses for say omati atese nya de ombekwa ye adwuma ama ya maame ye nananom ne ye kokorafo yo mu no bi ma omoyale esenke yese okokọ ye wo kura na kwakwa dan bibi e wo no wo sere say de mu ye na den se mebre na be banka be ye nkasa strike na ekoso ni nyina no anka mu twaso na nka monko na monkoye madwuma internet the Daily Post ebo ho amane enso eno no medoko Daily Guide na be pemo Daily Guide so a na se oforiata ni phone eda ha sei ena nabusuafo atebit petition ten ede akoma eye OSP se masawai ultimi for ye penny na se papa ye oforiata for animal farm ye form sa enam se Interpol wodi ama ne se enam se wasa so Asama no say wanted be no monte ase e no matter to be left and right and kasa e dia mane ye OSP enye fedi agro e no matter petition e dia kwa akoma eye OSP say ade na wo ye no hwe na wonye niye ensoso so e na wo ba eye ase ase na me time ninti no mame nkoso entente mo ba ase ase so Sam George enso ni phone e da hase ya wo kase ono de enya de obetima kase price ayeto e wo data e to data no beto so na emom no obetima boa anaso obetima hwe ama se de obeto ne betimi amewo ankasa etene so no na Sam George bo ho amane sanso na eye akosua men no so kase ye ma pani abedi akire eye na je obesere na da se one for na no ento ye mami Chief Justice ya suspending obesere na koso ba wo ma eye ento no for na no embetumu be se de be ye ntimi enyi ye mame no emfa emfiro no mutene daily guide bo ho amane wunya bia obenya bi no akenkan nyina enso kama enso ediamaye mede okwa the Ghanaian publisher so a na se minority for ene kase klatafe tosu mienu eno moka ekire eye minority for a catcher ye JDM ni NDC aban say she bunya hu hwe se mo bie manu aka catcher say ya nurses for nya is a strike na mo ye ne de na mo NDC amani ku no mo sesa mo suban papa cause mu de we se amadi a hase no se ye kase ye de ko awie ye bia be kwakọ ye bibie e wo ho no man ne the Ghanaian publisher e bo ho enso so amane so na wo kopie mu e wo ye SML so a na se OSP any national security phobia kwakọ pie mu wo ho no ma se neme bi won mama kwakwa kosese ne se ukopie mu ye SML honoma neme bi ekoso wonuma eni enyan ukopie mu wonuma se computer so ma se ni nyina se enema bebre na wonuma SML4 eya se ni enyan ama OSP ni eye national security for akwakopie mu honoma se sa nema no enyina ensoso sanso na ye akosua menu ni foni eda hase ya wo sere se ye mampani abede twe na je ede na no ebeto sansema ekoso ewo Chief Justice ya suspending say one for na no tum said e be ya yentimi nie maame efiri ko so ma ema wo ma eye eno so ebo ho amane enso so wo the Ghanaian publisher na bakata fe to so eye ensia so a na sesame jamfi wo se wo baba be hwe na ne ma bia ensem fata ewo eye Gold board ronom no watimi ashama bibia no etimi atoto din kama enso so edi amana na ya tinse ye time na ya breanisa ye time na ya breanisa eti mame for the custodian enfa ensorry so na be piemo the custodian na klatafe to so mienu na se dum so levi na e baaye no na ye minority no kase se dum so levi ya abaidie eno na ye endi samanikuo ni ba begina so de wie sika kasa wo krom ase enye agoro sanso na oba esoro ase nso sambi jamfini foni ebo soro ase tam no so wo baba be hwe ama gold board no etima boa eniso ade hu na eda ye mampani JDM ani so se opese economy ni etimi gina brane no wono no go no ye de na kwakoto gold board wono nkwa de wo baba be hwe ama bibia etima to de ama economy no etime gina brane ankasa tenye wo de custodian na wakwa musuko no etima kenkan ni nyina enso so ede ama me nurses for a strike here mo yenso sunya the custodian na obenya bi no akenkan sanso na ye akosua men no so adesrede a wode eto ye maami je yanim se won fo na no ento ye Chief Justice ya suspend se de be ye ntimi enyini fro no so no wonya the custodian na no wanya bi no akenkan ni nyina enso so ede ama mi na ya sewa maami fa the custodian enfan sorry ye nkrata ni nyina so na fa de akanyina efa to asoma ye tiefo ni ahwefo adani den nyina omojebre eti Kumasi online TV Tik TV na face of Friends of Kane TV na ya sewa so mu
okay yeah TP meda wasi ye papa say ensama che say aba enkrata ni mu no wapense mu mametiefo nyina so no ehu de ekoso na wo hwe sedi a che say ahye mafunu mu ma
adai
hey ATP na kwaku da bra na de na akagu na suma ma ne bae
mama ne no fo anu
mama kwaku ene na akomni nchiremu ankasa ebusu amehase no meka chem se enche kra kwaku debra wo no NPP communication team member wo baba be kamensa wo hanum say so na AJ Brefo no so ye 10K NUST vice president NDC communication team member wo no so baba be kamensa wo fidiem hanum say na de ekoso wo NPP amanyokuo de ekoso wo NDC NDC amanyoko ni oman Ghana ho nsensem nyina no ye ne wo mo atena se ya pensempensemu na eja ya have various discussions nti sa ready enche kra ma introduce wo mo de bo mo ama na niema chese ekoso ewo oman Ghana no me de meka misisi obi asuro no obi ntumi enka eyade ame nana ya sewa no meka ni ye papa esan se niema bi wo hono ma ye ntumi enkata ye ni niema bi wo hono ma ye ntumi nka ya no entum se enyade aye be ma na koso niema bi wo hono ma ye beka esan se ye nyina no ye yetimemufo ye nyina no aban ne niema koye ya ekoye ma ye sa so ena se niema ankoye nso a ye wo mu binti ye wo mu bi nko ade good or bad ade abusua ye beka ho asem na sabre ya wo manya atena CD mamema wo mo akwa abashonko emfambra eye showdown jumedie eso mema munyina akwa abashonko bacho mema akwa aba o bibia boko de
Ghana for empire bo mo dey tell you represent chinti no bibia boko
ye da obade na si ye papa so far niema te say wa ba mu niema te say
wa wani tua Ghana for ho ha omo si ano empire na yi na ye dey tell you represent na NDC abanyechi and support bia wo behia say nyina ye beboa na yetumi reset o man yeah.
Oh, okay. And go. Bibi abakode.
Obadi adaro mama hoye na ozo.
Obadi adaro mama nso me ho ye papa. Opposition to say.
Eni say we strike you. Ana me wa.
Ale. Na say opposition ya on.
Enye so opposition na ni. Opposition ni e wo no. Eni say we strike you.
Ona se ma bra na mo wa be mu na bi ko so.
E ko so say ahin.
Na se mo ni twa say anesefo wo mo strike de nyenne no wo mo ba be hyase aye be ka se wo mo first time ni
ye wa ba mu empra he na wo say anesefo ko strike
na we mo so mo ba ye ade mo sign yo naja e do mo be pie say yo
nti ade na akwa ko wie ni say
naja wo na wo se wo chirim
naja say obi mo ne ho mo den wa be mo okay Yamano boso mensia I was odi de oyi no ontimi nya de ozo oyo ye be chance ya na say
there be we ye akwa ba de ekoso MPP party ni boni e matis
enti obi same say
MPP party ni okoko
MPP party ni de yes o ne ma hwegu a na ho ne hyehye no crazy is a opposition you ofie ena ye hwe de susan de boarding ho no ebefa izanze engrofu ya omode ntro na da ene nkontumpu na bra basem beje amamuoti na so kentanzu yi ize omuhu ba bia monfamfa denso so no sebe penyifo se ye kukuro mponi na ye besoa inti ye de ye hwe yombeye ene kwan yom de Ghana for befa so ene yesi kasem befa so na ye de sabi ubese yesu omo kose na ye nkasa omo wu a omonfa ye nko ti ubisa mo position na the opposition ti ene
ebusia intro mponie na ye bewremu ene ye various topics and ya boaboa no emre ne ekọ ntino ye nkomua ene sakweku de bra mehase edi efree wo hodom your first topic parliament to enact lifestyle audit act by speaker maminte submission wenu
minaba mechia na machia wahwefo mo hwe ye Kumasi online TV na wie na machia mi ankasa me boss Michael Osaiboati poop ono na ye restructuring new year MPP and then they call for national youth organizer and then you could see say I'm down like I say my slow kakra mo fan chairman na hwefo so fan chairman like me ba stress my stress and say what be some so ne machia Michael Osaiboati poop baby owo bia no maka cheni say Ghana for na MPP ma ye hu adwuma so ne adwuma kesi a wodi ma party no na ono na party no mabunu se omeje party no mfiri ahohiahia
eja currently ewo party nim efa emabunu dom frefo ho enti na machia ono nso sa kwan no so na machia the Ashanti Regional Women Organizer Batampa na Mampoma bebe obia mama nyankopon enka ho na onye okese minaba lifestyle audit another topic in Sunday me na me say frankly speaking na like now I haven't heard anything about such audits, but the question is you can lifestyle auditor. What is the meaning of lifestyle audit? Any lifestyle audit? Look, Ghana have bibia ni ya no brofu kuntain. Na ebekwa ko wiase do. Enkofu bi ne ka o ma se won se hwetere sram ni dia kwa kogu. Mibisa wo. Oni se Ghana ha ye wo emre bia ye frɛ no the Declaration of Assets Act. Eno say oba ban mu na ye you say beda adwumaku bia ya ban adwumaku bia no a eno na ehyew keten say e wo say wajapade a wo no utimi ye den utimi eba bebu hu akonta ene yesa wa adwumaku bia na nse wo mo dia dane political intimidation yoku eye o hwe Economic and Organized Crime Office ye ni musem de say o mo de yoku me de men kan ho asem you the Audit Service Act ena is you ye ni akotobekumuma meka say the useless office of the special prosecutor a special prosecutor His Excellency the former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo yi na kisi ajaben. Even one city mu atekura no ntimi nyi bi ma oman no. And so ade be chi wo behwe na a whole lot of controversies around. You were the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice office. You see, the question is, what is the essence of all these institutions? What is the essence of all these institutions? And then Speaker Pessoa Kache said, all these institutions, they are useless.
Oh, they are useless.
Oh, yes. If you are going in for a lifestyle audit, what is it? Lifestyle Audit Act. Then what is the essence of the Declaration of Assets Act? What is the issue? What is the function of Yoko? What is the function of the special prosecutor? Okay. So what is the main impetus of this audit or this act? What is like here? They should come clear. The function of this act. And for so many Ghana for being free so. And now it is going to be one of the political gimmickry. And look, this government so funny to the extent say they just want to portray an image say they are fighting corruption, but within them they are the ones who are indeed the main kind of say they are the panaceas of corruption. Okay. In just 5 months, you could see the arrogance, you could see the posture of some of the appointees. So if you want to, what the lifestyle audits, why don't we, finance or make all these existing institutions? And then yen so masene, yen pesika mo na omo nya as an independent body. To the extent say, and then near the Remona Chakwa to Yoko, then he will be leading a political intimidation spree, all because he is pained. So what is the meaning of lifestyle audits? The Speaker of Parliament or Parliament should come out and tell Ghanaians the main reason why we are foregoing the already existing institutions which I have already made mention of. Or and I say, okay, the lifestyle auditing, who are going like a for like what is it? Like a for just for mobile be Am I who say bia lifestyle audit act here baby and yet for engaging in a tangent of intimidating or victimizing political opponents. It's good. Look, in every political dispensation or in every democratic dispensation, say at least ultimately fairness should prevail in everything that we do, because you have to be sure say you are going there without or with exemption of a corrupt mindset. So yes, so the lifestyle audit about, well, nobody is condemning it, but what is the impetus, what is the function of the lifestyle audit midwifed from the already existing institutions or exempted from the already existing institutions?
Albano, the SRAJ, the Ghana Police Service, the Attorney General, Ministry of Justice, Parliament, Economic and Organized Crime. Woman, you know, ekahubi, and one mobile share. Na woma dete wona one more parliament aside the parliamentarians, even those who have been appointed.
Look, Mineba, one thing that I want us to know is, look, if you want to come out with such an act or with a mrebi saying the same function of mobile and no one and make say the already existing institutions no more well, forgive me, maybe I don't know that much.
Oh, okay.
So give me the benefit of the doubt, or I am giving them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe as time goes on, or in the coming days, they are going to explain the main reason behind this audit to Ghanaians, for Ghanaians to what? To understand. But look, this is not any idea what the government should be. And you're in a Ghana for show. And you're in a Ghana for show. It is our per se what Ghana for say indeed you are fighting corruption within you. No. We are saying say and you may be a koso in Kitahudi be a koso one of your appointees wasn't Kaoshishim. And so what Jana man day amaneko. It's in the sun of our lifestyle audit act, a koshasi free him. Where is it going to start from? That is the question. So if you are going to implement or if you are going to come up with such an act, then make sure say within you you are going to make sure you scrutinize the kind of appointees that you have appointed for your government.
Okay.
So what I say, it's I don't understand this lifestyle audit act and whatever that the speaker or parliament is coming out with. I think say going forward, they are going to make Ghanaians aware and explain things better for Ghanaians to understand the main impetus of lifestyle audit and the already existing institutions.
Okay, AJ, Mamintia also sad Mishaja, why buying a wash and why buying a dear band to Mamintia Odian.
Madam was Minyaba. Medical me find Chiama wet for any Asher for Manya Brain, our Mutin or Moshe. Me find Chiason and comma president, John Dramani Mahama. Now, Mensa in Chia me am a boss, honorable hours at that, OMC or Ferrico Municipal Assembly, or boy Juma Mebuno. Any of room for more material to Memufuna Bonabaso. Edikai, now Minya Bema Casana, the Casa Yemuno. Not the okay in the say lifestyle audit art in the crown on Tiasi. Now, Wakase will name the reason on Tiasi or name the reason in Tiaba. And the okay in justify the fact say will name reason no. And I made that say also, which in Mukakra say. Lifestyle audit art no enye speaker and we some anti-corruption agencies or more dada as I say SRAJ Woku Ghana Police Service ni OSP mo esin chen now they act for fraba na mom speaker say o kan o mu nyina abom so he needs their collective effort no more to me sharpen the anti-corruption issues are across Ghana no so that's all about that. And then this lifestyle audit art as speaker a push for na ye na e bompa say ye na idea and support a better it's also in line with the accountability NDC abayan as a President Mahama led administration no edigu akwemu amagana fo ina ho eto mo asisia no say oye abayan adwuma na say ofa one city kura na we yem hyehyɛ say oh there be no abayan de anti corruption agency beba also abagiska what I say until when na some programs and as initiatives be a parliament and as a speaker of parliament edeboa era president or no any accountability issues so these things are should be commendable and yes you better na han yatin mu say enye policy be a be or kasana waka say OSP a useless office or something or say you rekufad na appointing no na since you appointing na to me enchi obi a where we are one city cry emuate da.
I think say they watching the
and then so it shows the kind of person I Kufuado no any the kind of intimidation and I say pressure Kufuado signed the tone so say mama wadwuma say ye na emu adwuma na wo ye no enye what I say na etimemu wana kise jabi ya beka say ono de oyankwa no ma de ne kreba for yes yes because na de ye Kufuado de ahye ne say na say Ghana ban de ahye ne say wonye no say wo ko ho a na ya san ka che ne say wonjai ntino this shows the kind of people are ye ne o model wo man mu ntino MPP aban nye MPP amanyeku no enya amanyeku a omo na mo be kire NDC aban se ne omo NC en really o man no Ghana for NDC mugidie ntino wo mato aba NDC aban se wo mbra na wo be Ghana for free amane a MPP aban di wo mo ko mu that's it.
Okay, kwekuma mensa so mbra wo honom sisi ya se oto full 1 liter bia obetia 1 Ghana cedi kojo upon kromansam odi to jano say this levy is being charged at a rate of 8% per transaction. This make it one of highest tax rates introduced in Ghana as a single instance. It is simply wickedness. Then I weka dia found
minaba say aban bia de ehye mmra say odi ejitoa sebe ye de beboa o man in my view there I think say that is the way to go because ye de to and chichiri man and sa to na bi na ye de tua adwumayefo ka sa to na ye de boa na ye kan say o man puntu dwuma we say o man ye den ye no eno abi na nka ye de be den ebe eye o man no yi now look say who opposition a different from say wo wa aban mu o wa aban mu you now face reality akoye say obi bobo park so no obi tinchen na otie akiri no dwen say bi anka on nanka wo park ne so anka say no bebo no be owura mu a e no bo say ball no ne ball na form look there is this philosopher what say cows are trapped by their horns but men by their words. I'm using this statement twice today and this is the first time that I'm using it. Cows are trapped by their horns but men by their words. Only maybe NDC are buying we are say omo wa ban mu omo opposition omo kasai especially I'm not going to talk about e-levy especially when there was an introduction of a 20 pesos charge on energy sector. That was what we were calling it, the energy sector levy. 20 pesos. Do you get it? 20 pesos. Omo current communication officer Ghana nyina is one yes one good so share. In the say no me share good so you say washa ase $1 e catch Ghana for say MPP aban na nado dan kwa Akufo-Addo ne His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Eye would differ among you Ghana for 20 pesos. Samre no ni ani dum so mo. Samre no ni enim dum so. Enne wo se dum so aba. Abanya wo na wo se se wakotwa ntora kire Ghana for ma to aba ma no wo ka kire Ghana for se o ma say economy no in 8 years they kept the light on and we only had 2 weeks of power interruption. 2 weeks in all their 8 years and wo sa abanya na wo akira wo se yemfa amamuo ni ma wo no na wonim ye no wakwa korobu Peter
to pay for
ebetua polka. You remove an e-levy of 1% on every 100 cedis transaction that you make. To introduce a 1 cedi on every liter of fuel, not even on fuel alone, on all petroleum products. So imagine, Obia would have say, the car almost 10 liters. The 10 liters are 10 liters. ubetua 10 cedis on each fuel that you buy. That is how dishonest and double standard this current NDC is. And you know one funny thing. On the Kionet abine biadies on the modus operandi of the Kionet. The Kionet for no ya the Dobeconom Domacoco Divan. Sebokina soon. That is how this current government is. Settings and kwa. Could you imagine say they introduced this bill in parliament under a certificate of urgency? And you know the time that they introduced this bill? Look at the time. Anajobet war. Oh, okay. It was around 9-8. Time Ghana for Yakwe Juma Bana. Yabrena. Yajuju Yehono. Because that time no be every so. But under normal circumstance, if you want to introduce any bill, you bring it at the floor of parliament for members to deliberate on that bill, so that Ghanaians will be abreast with the reason that bill is being introduced. But Ajine Teche says, Sabi, Ghana for Ghana for look at the time in an ungodly hour that they introduced this bill. This is the kind of people who lied their way out into power. And Crawford Muchantro say MPP are buying a Kotobekuma by no. Omode so many Kotobekuma o. Omode Kotobekuma Busia, or must say Busian in Nasi. This is the kind of government that Ghanaians have had trust in and voted for them. And then I'm not sure my brother here is coming to justify 1 cedi of every, let me say 10 cedis, and 1 cedi on every 100 cedis. I'm not sure he will do that. Because every reasonable Ghanaian will understand, say me send 100 cedis, I'm watching me 1 cedi. Name say me koto there 10 cedis. And that's why me koto there 16 cedis. And that's why me koto there 20 cedis. And you know one funny thing. They go around saying say yatifu also. Of which you know very well, say the determinants of fuel prices is not being determined locally. We are having various determinants of fuel prices. We are having the external determinants and even internal determinants. And so far as with respect to, let me say, foreign is it foreign exchange or whatever, we have international markets, the OMCs. They all determine the prices of fuel. So the stability of fuel is not stagnant. Fuel no mean ka say fuel ejina faako, fuel ejina faako. The prices of fuel is being determined by various factors. So if we are having a reduction in fuel now, that doesn't mean we are going to still be at that same price continuously. So imagine currently, let's say fuel is bought at 16 cedis. I stand to be corrected because I don't know the actual price. 12 cedis, 50 pesos. Because me can say since last month, I've forgotten the price of fuel now.
Okay.
Let's say the price of fuel is 12 cedis per liter, right? The price of fuel is 12 cedis per liter, and you are introducing a 1 cedi, so that makes it 13 cedis. I'm doing my calculation. Yeah. You can do yours. You can, refute it. 13 cedis. And imagine, let's say the prices also increases. Let's say 3 months time the prices increases. Let's say 14 cedis. That means we are going to buy a liter for fuel at 15 cedis. And as we all know, fuel so this current NDC government, Mama Ghana for who said, need any knowledge when it comes to governance. Ghana for home. Say Ghana for one, and the current happenings, we are having a health crisis currently, but we are having a president who initially told us, "Oh, you're dying flu," and you're dying flu. So no matter what you guys will do, he doesn't care. And you know, or then the finance minister no matter parliament anajo. And I do the Siomuna a Fred Mabana Yaduya Honom. No man introduce you a bill. A day a huncher. And you know, sir, every bill which is targeting our energy sector is targeted to the ordinary Ghanaian. The moment you touch our energy sector, because it is going to affect the prices of food. It is going to affect transport fares. It is going to affect every sector of the economy. And this is the government and no opposition, Okacha Ghana for say odomo enti 20 pesos Akufo-Addo ne na Dr. Bawumia they ato energy sector la yisu no energy sector ne so no omutiri mo osum be we mo de omutiri mo nyasum omo ya wudifo So they no mutiri mu na esum ba mo de mama Ghana fo se mo ya wudifo mo ndwene Ghana fo ho mo mafu ene mo yam ekoma na dem opposition nti no ena mo ba ye se mo so mo ba bewia na maku na maseye. This is the current government of Ghana for or ma deceive Ghana for makoto abamo. If any reasonable person will come out and defend this indefensive act, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Okay.
You should be ashamed of yourself. So if 1 city on 100 cities was bad, well, is 1 city on 12 cities good? Is 1 city on 12 cities good? I want my brother to tell me if 1 city on 100 cities was bad. Is 1 city on 12 cities good? And posterity lies in the womb of time, of which the NDC is definitely going to stand that time.
Okay. Ede, kweku drebe, wakan se mbibri, onso for submission to je.
Wankashe. Maninti asese, ahani ye wona nyentinti mu competition ye ba. De ededwa so a ye ka ho asem na ye kire Ghana fo se ne o man na ekono enu nti ne ye wa ha. Nti se wo betina ha e ka se levy 1 cedi nti se wo sende levy 1%. Nti se wo sende 100 cedis na se ye te 1 cedi a, it is better than say 1 Ghana cedi on 12.5 cedis. No, you are somehow no say o say eco-relate. This is, I don't know, a weakest analogy analysis will be better. Because
1 liter fuel so dey ntumi for bi nko baby out.
Tie, dey make an say. So we can say 1 cedi per 12.5 cedis a liter of fuel is the same as 1% of 11 na the better Ghana for so na say ni pano. I don't know how to describe the person. Minim the way I'm describing the pano. If you say we can say 1 cedi per liter no. Bad in what sense? Because 1 cedi near flat rates. It is our China fuel no free 12.5 cedis. That's a cost 17 cedis. You are still paying the 1 cedi,
which is going to make it
what I say.
Cedis. Is that not?
You are still going to pay the 1 cedi. I'm not doubting that fact. Maybe you are not going to pay more than. But Kojo upon Kruma, honorable Kojo upon Kruma, as a work can say, or no, they were calculating who say 1 cedi on 12.5, no, 8%, no. And the chef say, "Auto a liter of fuel be an I charge you 8%." No, a weakest analogy and analysis, especially coming from an honourable member of parliament. And this Awoka said, 1 cedi per 12.5 cedis, no, 8%. What if say Ochina fuel prices no echo drew about 17 cedis? Don't you know say 8% of 17 cedis no would increase from 1 cedi to that amount, no? It is not right. I don't know the I mean method and I say some theories we use to define this idea. No, the woman and say, "Emra na MPP aban ti akonya so. Omo be free aban mo. Ose na wotwi car. Ose ne car say yache. Bisa ne say emra na o be free akonya so na wotwi car no. No to fu osen. In this time no na say woto fu 17 cedis. Yet man ha 1st November 2022. Sorry. Fu obo ekodu 23 cedis e wo man we mu. What I say? Until we be free by munasi fuel. 1 liter is 17 cedis. So time we say we 1,000 cedis. We have 58 liters per. And then President Mahamani and this is any by Papa Bentino. We the same 1,000 cedis. We have liters in 83 to 58 no every 83. We bring excess of 25 liters with the same 1,000 cedis. No, we bring excess of 25 liters. 25 liters. If I multiply by the current rate of a liter of fuel, 12 cedi 50 pesos. We bring 312 Ghana cedis in excess. Now, 312 Ghana cedis in excess here. We for free, no. And I say, I buy na ma why how until 312 cedis, no. I buy na say, dum so a demo. Energy sector crisis a mu a MPP I buy one more to na one more free IPPs no eka bibia anyina mahode ebe nsu o man mu bia no wo muntu a muntu fu o free IPPs ama ye de IPPs nika no over 3.1 billion dollars no and then wo driver na wo nya faso 312 cedis no yimu 83 cedis, which means say 1,000 cedis bia yimu 83 cedis representing 83 liters no faboa o man no na yen fan solve doom so crisis and I say energy sector crisis aban a aba abesin ko bebre no abagu wa yentumi ntua no. Now still na nya excess of 220 9 Ghana cedi 50 pesos a what the ha ebe ka kire me say eninti no yento abane ya ne ensan kotuma laji Bawumia na asede wo MPP aban mo na mote so a mo opposition NDC aban te so mo ka kire ye say NDC aban a wote so no what the taxes eku Ghana for so ama je say Ghana for enti mo ba you are going to move the economy from taxation to production say okay me nwa say okay mo ba akunya so mo the taxes over 40 in the big Ghana for so now you are complaining say aban a wa ma Ghana for ho aheha omo na wo say ukita 1 cedi na say tete no say nka wo de beto ade na say ni na asa na say nde woto na obenya mfaso na mfaso kakra no fa bibu ani yire fa solve crisis a atena o man ni mu free in fiat ye chechire o man no ye fa solve a eno no problem with that wa betena he ka ho asem ama aban a wo na wo te ye support sisi ano emna na wo te akonya so ye jeje bibia friends say betting tax ye jeje wo man mu nyina no Samia Uku ano ye NL boss ebe ka kire se sika no ne nsan so ba ku mu krada se sika ni na afa taxes ni ye je ni na afa wa betena ebe ka se aban no abo amafu obo akofom Ghana fo aheha o muti Ghana fo enso emo a mo de bu aban no me dia solve energy sector crisis no bad wo te ha wo ne kojo pon kruma no NDC aban yes some weak analogy be say 8% of 12 cedi 50 pesos 1 cedi entino se Ghana ni bi ato a liter of fuel which is 12 cedi 50 pesos na o chia 8%. What if say fuel price no ekosro and I say back for more is it going to be the same 8%? This is a flat rate. 1 cedi near flat rate and this is 11 na a percentage no until 11 is always any 50,000 cedis you are going to pay 500 cedis. But then with this one, so a liter, 5,000 liters of fuel, are going to pay 1 cedi per liter. So these are, I mean, two separate things. And I say, we better now justify say 1 cedi per liter no is the same as 1% 11. It's when they say na meshas mekano can you na one country. The woman na makani natural medasi.
Let me make one or two about us here. Look, you could see when he was even explaining this, he was very tired. So I will never become a Brahman, but I will give him the you know, I mean fan born in channel. Because
it is unless say one and I say you are following the same analogy you see, because economists be I me who say
when you were talking
I me who say this is a rebuttal. I me who say
no, but I'm not done with my rebuttal.
I'm coming.
You made your commentary, so let me make my rebuttal. After my rebuttal, you can make your substantive statement.
Let me chip in before.
No. Listen to me. No, we don't do that here. I don't know if today is the first time you are coming here. Look, I said what kind of me. I said what kind of not because I'm just underrating the statement to make here. I took nothing out of it. Not because I'm having a political lens the
audience will judge.
Because look, let's make a very cogent analysis here. I said, look, we were having exemptions when it comes to the e-levy, the electronic levy, which they bastardized, which they made, devilish about it. They made an animosity about it. Yes, that propaganda e-levy was having exemptions, but with this there is no exemption. And do you know what? This introduction of the D-levy, the Dramani levy, the John Dramani Mahama levy, look, it is the most aggressive fuel taxer since the Fourth Republic in history. Like yenyawo ye energy sector not in previous governments. So if as a young man, as a gentleman like you here, you are expecting to soar higher, and you are here defending this indefensible and telling me say it is a flat rate. What is flat rate? If you mean flat rate, imagine somebody who is having an engine capacity of 150 liters, and make 2 liters. You can say 120 liters. Me 220 liters. Me to be about for 4 gallons. 4 gallons of petrol. And imagine, let's assume, or say MPP free abemu. Na a fuel price. Let's assume say the all can here no 17 cedis. So imagine we had introduced this de-levy at the price at that time. 17 cedis per liter plus 1 cedi, you say. It is just, it is simple. It is, you gave a very simplistic analysis. And, I asked you a question. Is 1 cedi on every transaction of 100 cedis good or bad? And is 1 cedi on every transaction of 12 cedis good or bad? He couldn't answer. What do you mean? Sometimes if you introduce something and it's good, look, when the dollar started, appreciating towards the the cedi started appreciating towards the dollar, no. I went to one of your sister stations and told them, yes, it's very commendable. Though we don't know how these things is happening. Some people are apportioning it to, trade war or whatever. But look, the dollar politics is purely government. I won't take that out of the current government. You get it? But look, you have introduced such a policy. Let me say, this is not a policy. You have introduced such a deadly, bill or deadly levy, deadly tax on the good people of Ghana. And America said they were so tactful because they are doing things said they have Ghana for. And who actually?
I say papa.
It's Ghana for the bonnet ben yaye. And I say petrol co for my idea yan so faso. Bonnet ben. Na say petrol so take a crab, Wo buy on your shame for home. You have not done anything which is making sure say petrol dollar is coming down, and yet you want to uji emphasize then every so and come in here. President John Dramani Mahama explanation on says different. The current mechanism, energy minister John Gina Ponsu explanation on the Ghana for different. You get it? So there is conflicting ideas, there is conflicting explanation with respect to the reason why they are taking this 1 cedi. What is the transparency of it? What are they hiding? And the whole truth is, Sikaniwa, among better fuel, are power generators for energy generation. And Sikano Amojeno, even way by out because Sikano Amojeno crown is shot. And there's so many times in the Muse, move a queen, mock like Mossier, mock Securia Mokuyevi, Mossier. So what I say, one more bano, my finance minister, Kacha say, there is no need to be taxing the people or to introduce new taxes. So what happened? What happened? What happened? NDC, the money Ghana for Kain, any. Now you say, a middle way, you need caso.
Okay, you better move our next topic for discussion.
One year fair to me because I promise me so be my time. Now,
Mama 2 minutes.
Me can say, and I work. I say, ono de ohunu say, and I say, Nisusi money, AGYAPONG Kumasi flat rate the same as percentage rate. Imagine who I'm I say, a man you cool way. Na ya Alhaji Bawumia also he is a PhD holder in economics and a leader of medical position kwaje nim gwase nti ade na obet na ha be compare a flat rate to a percentage rate or say emra wo no otofu no ne car no or say we use o ka say 120 liters right and it's that time no say what 120 liters ba ku bia a liter bia is 17 cedis na you say 2040 cedis that time no 2040 cedis and then auto 1 liter be at 12 cedi 50 pesos saying 1,500 cedis. Check the difference. It's not 540 cedis.
And
when your excess of 540 cedis minus 120 cedis levy, take 120 cedis levy in free man, you are still having 420 cedis. Ebeko bottom. Says you cannot. And can the better 120 liters. Says you cannot the better 120 liters. Shut up, let me talk.
I think
I'm so sorry. Emra okasa mankasa. It is as kanwa. Now with the better 120 liters. Sa time no. Ene ukuta says kana auto 120 liters. Assign to your energy sector levy. Man still na eka 540 cedis. It is sad deal went no. What's the young organizing election china. Ni entuma Bawumia na said. Me pesa metena say date na wakasa.
If NPP didn't meet Ghanaians' needs. Na say ye de kukumotino etwaba ede mamwa. When you people were coming into government,
we are not even equalizing Bibia.
No,
this
you
issue,
because you are
any
making
NPP
a comparison to when NPP was in Ghana.
Because say 2 foot regu Ghana for any. Because say 2 foot regu Ghana for any say 17 cedis per liter no better than 12 cedis 50 pesos plus 1 cedi no. That's what he's saying. 13 cedi 50 pesos and 17 cedi. Then you're right. Then now
what's the meaning of that? I'm wondering if indeed he understands the meaning of that.
Come again.
And the way he's indicating himself. It's very strange.
Yes. That is the reason.
That's one Ghana cedi so there.
That is the reason I make us say. And my young say 1 Ghana cedis no. You're converting mana by 8%. Into no 1 cedi is the same as 8%. This is a flat rate of 1 cedi. Into China. Some external factors we to remember fuel prices na control. Say cost could do 50 cedis. Now say can say 8% of 50 cedis now. It wouldn't be the same as 1 cedi no. Into no be what did I mention I say? No. What did I mention I say? I'm coming. I'm coming. The reason I make us ask say AGYAPONG Nkrumah any MPP are buying SA 8%.
No, they AGYAPONG Nkrumah.
That's the issue you are discussing.
Tell us the issue of the levy. So tell us.
8%.
Explain it to
8% of 12 cedi 50 pesos are yet on a liter of fuel and then 1 cedi, right? And it's normal who say 1 liter be an ucha 8%. Sano moka. And it said 12 cedi 50 pesos no issue to 20 cedis or china. We are still paying the 8%. Now calculate 8% of 20 cedis. Now I say we will still give you 1 cedi. This is a flat rate, and he said,
it's still giving you the 1 cedi. It's still giving you the 12.50.
I'm not talking about that.
8% is still giving you the 1 cedi.
Yes, that's what AGYAPONG Nkrumah is saying, and I may say a weak analogy. Because
so what is your analogy? What is the general analogy?
The general analogy and the wisest and correct analogy is say 12 cedi 50 pesos. No, 8% of 1 cedi 8% of 12 cedi 50 pesos. But and yes, you can say 8% 8% it represents 1 cedi of 12 cedi 50 pesos in no. Yen kase ye charge Ghana for 8% per liter. Because say I'm coming. Because
Ghanaians who do not understand what things say.
You are jangling yourself.
That is it. And I'm say AGYAPONG Nkrumah. I don't know.
No, I think I understand.
He doesn't understand.
8% of the 12.50 is 1 cedi. But he is saying say, okay, 8% now. Ebema Ghana for asuma ye won.
Ebema Ghana for is 8% in the Ghana.
Okay. I want him to explain it to me, a lame man on the streets. I don't know anything about percentages.
Okay, sure.
I don't know anything about. You take your time. I don't know anything about. Maybe I say, make what TBB from about being flat rate. Petrol no per liter be a saying the atoso.
1 cedi.
1 cedi.
And then
I'm coming. Oh please, please listen to me.
That's the same thing I'm
listen to me. You told me to shut up, so I want you to also shut up. Oh, don't worry. I don't have any problem. Right. I know you are now, trying to do this. We've had such encounters several times, so I'm not worried about that. I want to know. I said petrol boy. I say
12 cedi 50 pesos.
So 12 cedis 50 pesos plus 1. You say
13 cedi 50 pesos.
And they say every liter be a better. Saying
13 cedis 50 pesos.
Every liter be a 12 cedi 50 pesos. Fauka ko 4.6. Are you going to say the equation you better so No. I won't let you. No. You're not going to pay 13 cedi 50 pesos. It's the equation you better so 11 in the crown. You don't know. And I want to hear
explain it to me. How are we going to take it?
You are not ready to listen. I'm
listening to you. Yes, we are ready. So tell us. It's 3:47. I can leave the next issue for you to talk about it. The whole thing.
Na yete ase. Say na be ya obi nkojina ba bi nka se de minua ba mai kan e na ye no pre.
It can pre na wo mu no.
In the next fuel price window no. Ma me nkyere wade bi. Say fuel price window no start here. You better say okay, fuel an example 15 cedis. And you know, at said the interbanks in the Ghana, Bank of Ghana here say Bank of Ghana rate 12 cedis banks in between on high and as below what I say. And you know say fuel window ni open na say or ton a liter of fuel for 12 cedis a buying so a bedding a beton sa mana because on super person yeska. What I say, what did the mention say? Say a buying to fuel. Listen, let me explain to the people of Ghana because anyamo na mo be trend this is any omonto aba anase
initially I thought said ye utua
unko pompo unko tia one now be that etua one. That's not how it is.
So with what it is going to like say
it's fuel window no say you pay fuel window na you pay fuel window no na say yen fa ne say fuel 15 cedis na say Ghana ban eton man nko for 16 cedis 50 pesos next time no if say fuel window no you open na say fuel no e be 16 cedis e was outside one na they wouldn't reduce the price no e be stay e ho what dem e say.
Okay, so meaning say me kona me koto fuel na me as the driver muntin
that is it obi a team from
my member
OMC na ekwa be cost na
enye OMC na be cost
na how many be cost
tie makoto penwe 5 cedis and me beton am 6 cedis right and me call ye no omo say 5 cedis 50 pesos still na beton am 6 cedis na me use 50 pesos na solve crisis no. Say Makona 5 to 50 pesos. Listen,
no, my guy. Makona, you are trying to if you can't convince them, confuse them. That is what you are doing.
You are not ready to listen to them.
No, we are ready. We've given you the ample time to explain yourself.
I'm not ready to allow him to
explain verbatim to what you want to mean.
Listen, no, Nana ya tea.
I can't understand you. I am giving you look. I am giving the and I make listen to me. And I make I say I am a layman on the street. What I know is I have heard the government has introduced new taxes on fuel products or on fuel prices. Is that not it? Is that not it?
That is it.
Good. So now what I know is the price of a liter of fuel is what? Is how much? 50%. So in this sense, you have to convince me. Say one city near a liter so no. I am not the one going to bear the cost, but rather the explanation you are giving.
Did I tell you say you want to bear cost? Did I tell you that? So, or create the way of person. I didn't see you one.
No, I
am. You are suffering. You
were supposed to get that benefit. Anything I want to say, anything president say, city appreciation against na yenya free mono. Let us sacrifice that. It's not like say na me chemu say wakoto pen 4 cedis wakoto am obi 5 cedis na sa ade chin obekọ na say 350 pesos e was so ton money pan 450 pesos right because e call e ho no I swat it but then you are still going to sell it to the person at 5 cedis na
okay
no you should sell 50 pesos no
price in beka ho no ma wo mu nti
enye wo ti o me say full price window.
Even the energy,
it is not even the who board and no.
Brief way, what I say. The energy minister himself couldn't explain this thing, and you want to try and explain it.
So why are the drivers? Supporting that.
Who is supporting what?
Which driver now? Waka say. Driver,
who is supporting what? Are you abreast with issues?
Come on,
are you abreast with issues?
The driver said they are going on strike. Strike in the bus. Strike in the bus. Because strike.
No, you have not implemented the thing. So how are they going to go on strike? So implement the thing and say whether they are going to go on strike.
They are not drivers.
Are you abreast with issues?
And true and I said they are working with her no and a tow driver for bitrimu and after so many
explanation the government has not been able to come out to explain to Ghanaians. Let's go to our second
say you start to implement it now.
You're lying and contradicting yourself.
9 minutes Mr. Amo I come in 9 minutes.
So stop contradicting yourself.
Even if say you are
explaining everything of which you are not even
Mr. Amo I come in 9 minutes but then 8 minutes input the next topic 3 minutes. It's a broad topic, but unfortunately, time may be TNT. No, memo be 3 minutes each. Necessary one more echo strike.
Start from me because
yeah, Mama Shasi and free one would take on that.
Yes, I need Johnny Bedum.
I brought to be a friend of Kwabena Kuku for you. So we know. And I was say. President Mahama Dada nurse for any midwife for. Didn't see I was say. President Mahama born to ya or catch Ghana for say me policies ni na me policy back on NSA. Within the first 120 days, many Ghana for sign contracts. Na nyama meye woman no. State ni nyina no. Or say nurse for a strike no. Actually say Mahama and found one can 120 days contract ni munti no mo strike. I didn't na obia opese yet to abamo after say we defeat Ghana frontiers here no obi a sign pese wa say o party say o ye dey yo yet to abama obedina simple so aka asem we akere Ghana na Ghana ni bi say be na dwemu do bi asem we o de be asem.
Okay, you just
so what is
the strike? The strike. Do you?
I was just talking the case.
Strike or not?
Strike the can I say? Unto me say obi ye na dwuma they are working under a union. Into a cost striker, unto me say onjaya na say chinchina una obeche ni de onye because the strike bia no the major aim and I say I mean motive of the strike no say they want a better working conditions and until enye aban bia na say obi ene be bibi amana kokan union bi say omonko strike and I say bibi sa say opa conditions na nurse for ne midwife for ne can say yes satisfying yes satisfying and they are at the chia they can bring another working I mean conditions of service say aban ne nyema it is strike no day I don't think say bibi a MPP for aban na where so moka say ya kase nurses ne midwives for mo time emra mo be free aban mo alaji Bawumia born into a ekogina school bi ka say ono atua nurse for ka aketesi bi a student ekoji microphone catch and say what na school mo wasa the final semester wonye ska no what I say mo time and a nurse for area school Wamu real school, aye bibia real.
Does he understand what he is?
Let's phone you real school, aye bibia real, aye bibia. Just say, omo betu mi akwafield, omo tine fia. Recently, lady, I'm coming. Do you
understand what you are talking about? Are you here in the name of NDC or
I am coming? I am coming.
What are you here
when
for?
I started, na make the issue on board, no, se kukufu kase. Mahama. President Mahama and for nurses and midwives for no and kind of that was all I was saying and I'm also making a strike no wasn't right and then we are now looking at
the strike.
No, we are now looking at the I mean nurse for and midwife for
moko strike
or more here or more and what's them the eka until I know MPP are buying us and you MPP near betchem the America what I say yet recently
so what
they say aketese bi a was we nursing
and if this is your stance
if this is the posting no let me talk
of the party there then you have a message
you posting no I see you posting into oton ade o street nurse ni a waje training na obeba be hwe yansu oba abeboa doctors or hospitals no oni you posting no abinding posting no ti oton ade nya recently ya na wote say private hospital be employing it say you can say aban a omodwene nurse for ne midwife for aban a odwene health sector ho a enye MPP aban akokofu etina waka say President Mahama 120 days social contract na wa achieve na amagana fo anyina ni age ho no enti den yenye den yento abachena yento Bawumia na.
Why are you always talking about election? Why are you always talking about election?
Why are you here? What is the motive of a political party? And
so you are
winning election. I'm coming to winning election. That's the reason you are here. You are in a position. Who don't mind who position? Who don't mind who election? How do you know?
And okay, to Mona
Ghana for says me like
maybe I don't know where he's coming from, and I think he's very bereft of ideas when it comes to this whole nursing saga. And I don't know how old he is. The kind of work
it doesn't matter.
I'm coming.
It doesn't
kind
matter.
Of work that he does.
It doesn't matter. A young lady or a young lady or nursing training.
Magai, listen
it doesn't matter.
Magai, listen to me. Minimum Juma
just tackle the issue on board. It's of no essence to what
it's my time. It's my time. Listen to me. It's political communication. I don't know the number of years that you've been in
whatever
this
you are saying is of no essence to whatever we are discussing here. Just go straight to the point and then tackle the issue at hand,
bro. So relax. The issue is John Dramani Mahama and your abani and neko. We nurses, we are not asking for luxury. We are asking for livelihood. And if the NDC can, present somebody who has no idea about what we are fighting for, especially let me use what the nurses are fighting for, to come and sit here and just make politics out of everything.
No one is making politics out of this.
It is very, very sad. Please. Oh, Charlie.
I mean, correct him.
You are not being. Show some respect.
But he's misquoting whatever I said.
Listen to me, my guy. Show some respect.
Should I keep quiet for you to misquote what I said?
No. Come on. I allowed you to talk. Listen to me. I allowed you to talk. My guy.
Yes.
Do you know why I've been so soft on him? Yeah, because I know that I have to just let him explore. It's fine. I don't have any problem with that. But look, we nurses, what we are asking for is the condition of service. And if we mean condition of service, and one funny thing is, you see, even now the unimplemented condition of service is not so nauseating than the posture of the minister. The arrogance, the vituperations, and the kind of, words are like obe canon, a self. Look, I don't know. And the NTNC was strike. Look, MPP are buying a sign your condition of service in the year 2024, which was May last year, of which they told us they were going to implement it last year, July. July.
So June 3rd.
You get it. And unfortunately for us, one of the associations within the nursing fraternity sent the issue to court, citing our mother association, which is JRNM, they didn't consult them in propounding that condition of service. Fair enough. It was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And do you know what? One thing this current government doesn't know is our mother association, every engagement that they have with the current administration, they have a memo. They send it to some of us through email, through SMS, and through even WhatsApp groups. So we have all the memos that they've been, the meetings that they've been with the current minister. And look, you don't have a meeting with somebody in let me say, in secrecy. You come out and say different things, and you do different things when you are having a meeting with that person. You see, it got to a time we were even having issues with our association. Then they said no. Then if that is the issue, the minister is not being fair with us. Because and this is the modus operandi of the current government. Because one, even the current minister himself, I'm not sure if indeed he has even had time to read the condition of service that we have presented to the ministry, who is our employer. So my brother, please, if you get the opportunity anywhere to go and talk about this issue, it is a very delicate issue of which you are, if you don't speak well about it, you are doing a very great disservice to the party of which you are communicating for. You get it? Look, I don't want to go into it that much because I am a party communicator of which I am also affected by what is currently going on, and I'm also part of the current industrial action that we are going on. I can't comment much about it because I am speaking currently on a political tangent. The more that I extend the communication of this issue, I will be politicizing it. No, I don't want it that way. Okay. But what the nurses are asking for is just simple. They are not asking to buy them the luxuries that your current ministers are now having, the V8, the luxuries that they are sleeping in. What we are asking for is livelihood. Livelihood, the risk allowances, the on-call duty allowances, the uniform allowances, and even the research allowances for our tutors at the various nursing trainees. This is what we are asking for. You have done it for the various professional bodies. And now we are having party or government-sponsored journalists who try to demean and underrate the profession. Look, nurse is a free hospital. Do you know the canker that it is creating? Of which the ordinary Ghanaian is the one suffering. And if you come and sit here and talk about Bawumia Kofa away and Obi Tinefie, look, Obi Tinefie, and we know where the thing started from. I don't want to go there. It's a topic for another day. But look, my brother, as a simple advice. If you get the opportunity to talk about this issue, make sure you know the delicacy of this issue.
Who is making this politically?
The commentary, the communication, and the way and manner you address the issue was purely political. No. So I myself, since I am a victim,
I'm allowing him to talk. Let me talk.
I am part of what is currently going on.
And then you are a party communicator. You can't say much because I'm not now my test.
That is the reason why I am saying I can't speak much about it
because I
am part of the association. I am not a leader of the association.
And then you are a party communicator
of the association. But what I mean is, what our leaders are saying is just implement our condition of service. Simple.
And who is against that?
Okay, thank you very much, Kweku Deborah, NPB Communication Team Member, and AJ Brefo, 10K NUST Vice President, NDC Communication Team Member. Madam Munina Siye, Papa Pasi Etunsa, and Fremo, was showdown Jimmy so. Nice submission, he have been fight. And the studio had him say, Mabwe Juma ye, Papa, most of them comment, FR comment section, I say, Eba Yenino, a yadia Mehumenipa, Eguswa, one more. But unfortunately, do akunya so yentina so enchenti no hana ye di dwumede nyina besi comment ni bi we say Kennedy AGYAPONG Ken. Good afternoon, my sister. God bless you and Honorable Kennedy. Thank you very much. In Europe, everything is standstill. Never take Mahama has made any better $4. Okay, Kennedy, your arrogance will bury you. Talk about the NDCs and stop your senseless desperation. Kennedy not they talk sense for there, vice president with okay, you are the vice president. I think said no be more PR4. I have just been prompted. Did you mention Wale as a rural area when talking about nurses? Na ube PM Kumasi Kurano. Yeah, baby, we say that place is a village. So there's not something I will say. Wuchimu Nasa Shonko. And common executive producer, Mr. Daniel Yeboah, and a producer of Showdown, and so Hana ATV Kopimo MC Honum so Obi Benedict and Sanre Juma and Ebusia Echegu and Meso Mitsinemu and the Jumedi Ebasom meeting and Nanaya so Nyami Friday Yebasansu Ediesha exactly 2 p.m. Stay safe.
Amafwe Kumasi Online TV Production yaba ne de ne yaba ye de equipment ekukudam ana ye de aba se eye camera de enam wiem de nam fom de enam insume ni nyina ye wo bi e wo honom a TV production yabo a hu ye pa se wo ye dwumadie bi ete se wedding eye engagement and sorry ana schools se wo ye seminar bi na pese betwa ko all the social media networks no so e de amaw ye ni ntotonsa na fre eye Kumasi Online TV Production for na yamra na ye dwumadie ne Come fe a ebono eda from pa the production so the sound quality video quality ni nyina e wo soro wo pese wo hu ba bia wa ye wo Kumasi eyetia media opposite one ma anase to nsa ne frɛ wa homa trufo so 0550623377 Kumasi Online TV Production ye demufua e wo Kumasi Krodua mu.